I am going to be ranking every single song off of Taylor Swift's newest album, The Tortured Poets Department. Only the first 16, not the double album she dropped, alright? Even though that was awesome, I'm only gonna be looking at the main thing, and if this gets a certain amount of views or likes or whatever, or if I just feel like it, then I'll do the second album. I kind of consider it one long album, but I think it's a double album. Who knows? I can fix him, no, really I can. Number 16, I Can Fix Him, No Really I Can. The title of the song alone, it just, it wasn't for me. Feels a little cringe, didn't do a whole lot for me. I'm gonna say that for a couple of these bottom ranked songs, but it just felt a little boring as well. Just nothing I really could get into. You told me I'm the love of your life. At number 15, we have Lommel, or Love of My Life. I think that's what it stands for. It's fine. It's a beautiful song, but it is just a bit too slow. I kind of like the more upbeat punch Taylor Swift songs, if you can kind of like see where I'm coming from. I'm a big Reputation homie and lover as well. I don't like, the pop radio full throttle kind of thing, but I like kind of like a good mixture. This was more just slow, very nice. For the record, I don't think a single one of these songs are bad necessarily. I Can Fix Him maybe is like the closest, like teetering towards like, oof, I really don't like that song. Back to Love of My Life, it's just fine. It's very bottom of the barrel fine. I could listen to it. How can I be guilty as sin? Number 14 is Guilty as Sin. Now this one kind of steps up a little bit from I Can Fix Him, kind of has the same vibe. It just really isn't my kind of song, but I just like it a bit more. Fresh out the slammer, I know who my first call will be too. Number 13, we have Fresh Out the Slammer. For a lot of these bottom songs, I'm kind of just going to be saying the same thing. Just not my favorite, but they're not bad in the slightest. I like the sort of Western sound it has, and it is somewhat catchy. This is a track that just needs to grow on me a little bit. Maybe after a few more listens, it'll bump up a few notches. But for now, it's going to stay towards the bottom. At number 12, we have Fortnite featuring Post Malone. Now, this is the first track off the album. As soon as you press play, this is a song you are given, and I wasn't too impressed my first listen through the album, but after listening to it another time or two, slowly growing on me, I think Post Malone does really good on this song because he's real chill. The whole song is kind of chill. The Your Wife Waters Flowers, I Want to Kill Her part is kind of funny. It's another song that's growing on me, but it's just nice, chill, having on in the background. It's listenable. It's not bad by any means, just sort of kind of in that middle section. Straight from the Tortured Poets Department. At number 11, we have The Tortured Poets Department. This song is sort of tied with Fortnite, but I do think it's a bit more catchier, a bit more upbeat, and I think it probably should have been track number 1. I don't really care about, order of the songs, but if I had a very nitpicky preference, I would say this should have been track number 1. That's just me, though. While this song obviously isn't one of my favorites, I do think it's one of the catchier songs on the album. The chorus especially is really catchy. At number 10, we have So Long London. This is the sort of upbeat or in-between I was talking about earlier. I really love Taylor Swift as a songwriter, and I think this has some pretty good lyrics in it. And you say I abandoned the ship, but I was going down with it. 2 graves, 1 gun. While they're a little on the simple side, just something about it just works. At number 9, we have But Daddy, I Love Him. The first couple of times I've listened to the album, I'm like, this is a pretty solid song, but it's like close to 6 minutes, and yeah, I know you're saying like, oh, who cares if a song's longer than the others? It's just, I don't know, I don't care for longer songs. There's only a few out there that I'm like, hell yeah, love this long banger, aka Jesus of Suburbia by Green Day, haha. But the more I've listened to it, I've slowly come around to it. But Daddy, I Love Him feels like it could have come from like a Folklore or an Evermore. It has like a story to it, and I love when Taylor is in her storytelling mode. And of course, the I'm Having His Baby, no I'm not, but you should see your faces, that bit right there, like, oh my god, when I first heard it for the first time, and she said, I'm having his baby, I'm like, wait, what? And then she immediately drops a, no, I'm not, but you should see the look on your faces. I'm like, okay. And it's kind of stuck with me since, she did a good job kind of being a little silly with that, but Daddy, I Love Him is a solid song, and as much as I wasn't a fan of it at first, it just continues to grow on me. At number 8, we have The Alchemy. It's a bit on the simple side, but just I don't know, something about it is just so happy. At the end of the chorus, honestly, who are we to fight the alchemy? It just flows so well when she sings it. I love that part of the song so much. He jokes that it's heroin, but this time with an E. Also, the greatest in the league, where's the trophy? He just comes running over to me. Dude, the song is just so heartwarming. I think it's a little on the simpler side, obviously, but just something about it makes me feel warm and fuzzy on the inside.
You look like Clarabelle.
At number 7, we have Clara Bow. The structure and the way she sings is very calm, and I'm gonna be totally honest here, the song is still growing on me. I mean, the album only came out like a week ago. All these songs are kind of just growing on me. A main reason why I like the song so much is at the end when she name drops herself. Just something about it. You look like Taylor Swift in this light. We're loving it. Just, I don't know, something about that just popped me. I was like, hell yeah. I feel like that might be a silly reason to put this song over the halfway point on this list, but I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Now moving on to this top 6. All these songs I think are absolute bangers. Pretty much every single one of these songs have been stuck in my head over the past week. Since the very first listen, I have been attached to these songs.
Down bad, waking up in blood. Staring at the sky, come back and pick me up.
Number 6, Down Bad. If Down Bad didn't have all the F words in it, I feel like this would be blasted on the radio 24/7. Usually when a song sounds like it was made for radio, I'm not a big fan of it, but the first few times I listened to this song, I caught myself kind of like, shrugging my shoulders, kind of dancing to this song. This song is just vibes, and it's fun. In my opinion, I'd say Down Bad is probably the most infectious song on the album.
A message to the smallest man who ever lived.
At number 5, we have The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived. This song, while at first it was one of my favorites, it just keeps climbing. I think if I record this video again next week, it could be in my top 3. I don't really know. I don't think there's a single thing about this song that I do not like. And I absolutely love the "Were You Sent by Someone" where her voice gets like, I don't know what the effect is, but some kind of filter is put on her voice. The lyrics are great. It's angry but quiet at the same time, and it's a really powerful song, man.
Florida is one hell of a drug.
At number 4, we have Florida featuring Florence and the Machine. This song is an absolute banger. Probably I don't want to say hardest song on the album, but it has a lot of oomph to it, and I fell in love with Florida the first time I listened to it. Every part of the chorus that leads up to the Florida and then the drum beats, that is just so damn cool. I love the song a lot. Again, another one that if I record this video in a week, it could be in that top 3.
My boy only breaks his favorite toys.
At number 3, we have My Boy Only Breaks His Favorite Toys. Kind of gave me Green Day vibes. I don't know if it's the OOOs in the middle of it. But also another reason why this is up so high, when I first listened to the album, Fortnite and then Tortured Poets, I was like, alright, these are cool. But then when My Boy, track number 3 came on, and it's number 3 on this list, hey, go figure. But when this song started playing, I was like, alright, this is a song I can get behind. Again, it's another song like Down Bad, where I could somewhat see this being played on the radio, and while I was listening to it, I can feel my, my shoulders moving, kind of head bobbing a little bit. Like, there's not even any key lyrics. I'm looking through the lyrics on Spotify. There's not really anything that sticks out. This song is just such a damn vibe to me. And again, I don't know why it gave me Green Day vibes, but that has just been in my head. Something about it, man. I don't think this has anything to do or anything related to Green Day, but just something I'm getting from the song, man. It's working for me.
I was hitting my marks, 'cause I can do it with a broken heart.
Number 2 is I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. This song is a bop and a half, man. The lyrics, the tone, the happy sounds with the somewhat dark lyrics behind it. The chorus is so strong, and everything just connects together so well. From after the first few lines of the song all the way down, it just feels like it's one giant chorus, like one big party of a song. I will admit at the end where she starts like kind of breaking down and just talking like, I'm so miserable, and no one even knows. It gets a little silly, but it's the only song where she kind of does something like that, so, you gotta give her a pass there, I guess. Plus, really, in my opinion, it's not that big of a deal, but I can see why for some people it would sound a little cringy. Breaking Down, I Hit the Floor, All the Pieces of Me Shattered, as the crowd was chanting more. Probably tied for, like, my favorite set of lyrics off the whole entire album. This song is just so amazing. The vibes are high and low at the same time, but the kind of depressing lyrics sort of get hidden under that happy cheerfulness, and I don't know if that's like the point of the song. It probably is, but I just love it so much. And at number 1 we have Who's Afraid of Little Old Me. Dude, this song is amazing. I will admit, the first time I listened to the song, I liked it, but I was a little, like, conflicted because of the Who's Afraid of Little Old Me and then the quiet You Should Be. I'm like, oh, come on, don't. That kind of makes you feel like you're trying to be a little edgy. But then when she screams, Who's Afraid of Little Old Me? Damn, it hits. And the image I get in my head of so I leap from the gallows as I levitate down your street, it just gives me like Evil Dead vibes. If you've seen any other videos on my channel, you know I love horror movies, and just, you know, picturing a woman hopping off the gallows, levitating slowly down someone's street and like screaming inside someone's house. It just sounds like it comes from a horror movie, and I freaking love it. I was tame, I was gentle, till the circus life made me mean. Don't you worry, folks, we took out all her teeth. Hell yeah, who's afraid of little old me? Let's freaking go. There's also the You Wouldn't Last an Hour in the Asylum Where They Raised Me line, which, yeah, kind of seems a bit silly considering I don't think she had the worst upbringing, and, you know, people on Twitter poking fun at it and making memes. But I feel like, for the most part, it's all in just kind of fun, and I like the memes that come from the song, so it makes me like the song a little bit more. I don't know what else there is to say about this song. It's my favorite song off the album so far. Still gonna listen to it a few more times, but damn, when she yells, Who's Afraid of Little Old Me, man, that just, dude, so much like power and emotion into that. Hell yeah. Also, the horror movie like imagery I have in my head off the gallows line. I love the song so much. And that's the end of the ranking, yay! Hope you all enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what your favorite songs off the album are. If you want to rank all 16 and the other, like, however many other, like, 15 there are, go ahead and do that. If this gets a certain amount of views, like I said, I will do the second part. Maybe I'll just redo the whole video and just kind of breeze through the ones we already covered in this. But regardless, I thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.